Scott Service going to his bench and calling on Cal. A drive deep to right field. The Mariners are going to the playoffs. The drought is over.
Well, Angie, it's Chris Flexen making his third start of the season for the Mariners.
It's been a little bit of the haves and the have-nots with Chris Flexen over his first two starts. And one thing that you need to see with Chris Flexen is really go after these Milwaukee Brewers. But in order for him to be effective, in, out, up, down.
Yelich jumps on the first pitch. Is brought to you by First Tech Federal Credit Union, and Yelich is a quick out number one. Chopping fair ball to third base. Flexen keeping the ball on the ground. 3 pitches and 2 outs.
So much more effective, and we've seen that kind of play out over and over again for him.
Another ground ball finds Wong once again. How about that for Chris Flexen, the model of efficiency? He retires the side in order.
To put the ball on the plate, I heard him say the other day, it's like you gotta every once in a while be okay with that single. You don't always have to do damage.
There is out number 1 as he flies to Yelich in left field. Burns.
To let me put some curls on his, and he wasn't having it.
Well, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
A check swing, and he dots him up at 97, lower inside corner. 2 outs.
Go ahead, take a rip at it.
This is scalded out to Yelich in left field, turning around quickly, and he's able to find it, snare it, and make the catch for round number 3. Some hard contact, but the side sat down in order. This is sliced into the gap in left center field, and Tellez settles for a leadoff single.
3 and 4 hits together against the velocity and the movement.
Well, that was struck well on the ground out to left field, so a couple of singles. Anderson is aboard. Voit DHing. Takes a big swing and laces this into left field. Tellez hits the bag at third. He's coming around to score. Kelnick digs it out of the corner, and Luke Voit checks in with his first extra base hit of the season. It's an RBI double, and the Brewers take an early 1-0 lead. Popped up. Crawford. This will be as good as a strikeout. JP makes the catch, and the runners have to stay put. Watching your favorite team in a great ballpark. Oh, Miller on the ground, off the mound and into center field. Anderson scores, and the Brewers grab their second run. Now Flexen got the ground ball, but hit to the wrong spot. Check swing. Dribbler over to Crawford. Wong at second for 1. That's all they're going to get. Between his speed and how softly that was hit, had no chance. Voit scores. It's a 3-run inning now for Milwaukee. We were taken off. Fly ball out to Kelnick, angling back. He's able to settle in front of the warning track to put it away for round number 3. A 3 spot for the Brewers. They've taken an early lead. Yes, they are. Ball and strike to Cal Raleigh. Raleigh out towards the gap in right center field. Driven well, driven back, and it's gone. Number 2 on the season for the Mariners catcher. Sends this out towards the gap in shallow right center field. Tough play, and it drops in. Oh, and Miller had a little T-Rex arm there. He heard some footsteps. Can't blame him. Hernandez with a soft single. Long hold. To Tellez. Fires down to second. 1 on to first base. Plenty of time for the double play. This is hit hard. Tellez knocks it down. Hummel sprinting. Burns beats him to the bag. There's out number 3. Now Cal Raleigh gets the Mariners on the board.
success in that first inning. Opponents hitting just a .143, but then for the rest of the game, we see a much different story, 366.
How about a wave at a slider well off the plate? Flexen picks up his first strikeout tonight. He got him. Top of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Flexen. Now rolls over this one to Wong. Easy play there for Colton. And the side sat down in order for the second time by Chris Flexen.
Over his last few games, he's feeling much more comfortable in there.
High lift, right center. Back onto the warning track. The yard holds it. Weimer makes the catch. Chop off the plate. Burns tracks this one down. Base is empty. 2 outs for Julio. The 1-2. Oh, that is a bad call. Yikes. The side sat down in order in some ways.
So April 2022. Hey, JP Crawford needs a blow. You know, don't rush, but can you hurry?
Strike 3 call. Off speed at the knees. Flexen has struck out 3 of the last 4 batters.
Had this
Season his last at bat. Off the end of the bat, right to Flexen, chest high, and there's an easy out, number 2. Another first pitch swinging by one of these Brewers hitters.
I don't think that Brad Adam owns a passport. That's what I'm coming away with. I'm not exactly sure. I'm joking, but
Cut and a miss. Elevates the fastball. All of a sudden, the strikeout starting to show up for Flexen. He's faced the minimum in 3 of the first 4 innings. France trying to extend a 13-game on-base streak. To third base, Anderson. 1 out.
yeah, and that cutter just pairs so well with his changeup. His changeup is so good. There you go. Another line drive to left. This one lands.
2 balls put in play with authority from Suarez early tonight. Now, here's the 3-1. Taking inside. Boy, good take by Cal Raleigh. He's aboard for the second time with the Mariners stack some base runners. At the plate. A soft flick to right center field. Mitchell is there to make the catch for out number 2. Runners stay put. Long hold by Burns. Trying to lock him up, and now steps off. Suarez. Now this is not likely going to end well. Burns has it and applies the tag, and that'll be all she wrote for the Mariners' threat here in the 4th inning.
Maybe got away from a slider, or got away with a slider right there.
Owen Miller sends this high in the sky out to right center. Teoscar Hernandez will handle it. 2 pitches for round number 1. Well, Angie, this was a punched on the ground to Colton Wong, deep in the hole. I'll tell you what, with as aggressive as the Brewers have been.
Second inning and changing course just a little bit.
Whoa! Taken right out of midair. Chris Flexen.
Boom.
Side sat down in order once again. Flexen has retired the last 10 in a row. Rolled over to first base to Les. But Burns, more than most pitchers that I can remember this year, he 3-2. Hummel swings and misses on a cutter. Barron down and in. 2 outs.
Down and in a couple of times, and then just finally finds the edge.
Out to short. Adames. A strong throw to first base to retire the side in order. 5 in the books. Brewers have the lead. Very aggressive tonight. This is into left field and dropping down for a base hit. Adames is aboard. That snaps 10 in a row, retired by Flexen. Missing high for ball 4. First 2 men reach. Swing and a miss. Changeup up and well out of the zone. 5th strikeout for Flexen. Here's Brian Anderson, who swings and lines this to left field for a base hit. Adames is coming home. Kelenich's throw to the plate. It was close. Adames scores standing, and the Brewers tack on to their lead. It's 4-1. Line to the chest of Suarez at third base. 2 outs.
When it was up around the eyes.
Fly ball. Julio in center field to retire the side. A couple of men stranded. The Brewers get another run and take the lead to the bottom of the 6th. Missing in a 4-pitch walk. That's exactly what Crawford does.
Yes, and this is why Scott Service.
Julio smacks this out to center field. Not deep enough though. Mitchell there for out number 1.
Day 33. If maybe he would be coming in and closing this game, but no, he's in it much earlier.
Lace to the gap. This rolls all the way to the base of the wall. Crawford full steam ahead. He's coming home to score. Ty France checks in with an RBI double. It's a 2-run game. One out. France at second. Cut on and missed. Finds the corner. Elevates the fastball. 2 outs.
Right after I talk about how Strzelecki's so great at mixing up all the strike zone, and he's able to lay off.
Soft fly ball left field. Yelich right there for out number 3. France stranded, but he brings the Mariners a run closer with an RBI double. Flexen able to capitalize on that. Our Beacon Plumbing call to the pen. Penn Murphy up on the hill.
Penn Murphy with his 4-seam fastball, and he's got his sinker and sweeper as well. Welcome to the game.
Owen Miller tags the first pitch from Penn Murphy out of here. It's the first for Owen Miller. That was launched.
And I think Penn Murphy's just trying to get ahead there, and unfortunately didn't get one by.
Crawford loves that quickly. France falls to his wallet, but Weimer is retired.
That starts 2 feet off the plate and breaks over the outside corner, or like that pitch breaks in on you.
Yelich reaches for the first time. There goes Yelich. Swing and a miss. Cal Raleigh throw, and it hits off. Looked like Yelich with a bag and goes into left field. And Yelich pops up and takes third. Have to think Penn's final batter. It's into center, and it drops in for a base hit. Yelich scores. Now the Brewers out on once again. It's 6-2 Milwaukee. For once in a while. Here's Gabe Spire.
Snaps.
Yeah,
My suggestion.
that's a better idea.
Snaps.
On the ground, France. He'll just go back to first base. Got a couple of options there.
Have Root Sports. You also have Root Sports Plus.
A wave and a miss. Boy, that curveball gets Teoscar Hernandez. Jared Kelenic. Off the hands. Well, that really came in on him. Kelenic is retired. There is out number 2. To third. There's Anderson. Milner out of the bullpen. The lefty retires the side in order. Well, this is the 8th inning is typically my hunger inning. I mean, this is when it kicks in, and that was not helpful.
Hey, by the way, okay, Suarez has got that, no problem. Shout out to Dave Valley because
Ball 4 to Voit, his first walk drawn this year. Shallow left, base hit. Couple of base runners for the Brewers. Voit into second. Tight to the line, fair ball. France off his heels, slings down to Crawford covering second. And they get Mitchell. Voit into third. And Terang in at first. 2 gone. Missing for ball 4. Weimer works a long plate appearance. Draws ball 4. Now the Brewers have him loaded. Broken bat, fly ball. Teoscar Hernandez in right field. Diego Castillo gets out of a jam and leaves him loaded. We'll be seeing Julio in the bottom of the 8th this season. Into shallow left field. Yelich comes in. Long retired at number 1.
I continue to make comparisons between these two teams as J.P. Crawford goes down swinging on the curveball.
He's Strzelecki, but he's already worked. This is poked. Right center field. Julio tags it. Gone. Home run. Julio Rodriguez, number 3.
He's such a smart hitter. This one, 3. You know, you're down by 4 runs at that time.
Line, taken right out of midair by Anderson. Mariners cut the deficit to 3. Fresh off paternity leave. Marco will start game 3. Adames takes off the plate, ball 1. Darren McCacken is back with the Mariners. We saw him debut back in 2021. He's making his season debut here tonight.
Because we get to see teams like this that we don't often see in Seattle.
A strikeout for McCacken. The 1-2. Broke his bat. Soft ground ball rolling over to Wong. 2 outs.
Great spot on the slider there by McCacken. Corbin Burns on the hill, even though he had to exit early. This was one you needed to have.
2-out walk. Through the right side for a base hit. The barrage of singles
continues.
Hard hit on the ground to JP, right through his legs. Tellez is rumbling home. The throw home, the tag, and he is safe at the plate. Mitchell in play. Wong could run to first himself if he wanted. There is out number 3. All right, well, the Brewers tack on a run. Mariners down to their final 3 outs.
Check his swing and couldn't.
Put one skipper over to third. Anderson plants and throws a strike to first base. 1 out of the bottom of the 9th inning.
I've tried not to be impressed, but both Adames and
he rung him up. Let's go back to that previous swing. This is stung to right field for a base hit. Teoscar Hernandez will keep the game alive. His 2nd hit tonight. Kelnick, a big chop off the plate. Fielded there. Payamps over to first, and the game is over. The Brewers come to town. They take game 1.